Hello, Coach Oli here. Welcome to my channel, Live Longevity. This is a space where I share my discovery, my journey as it relates to longevity. What does it mean? What does it mean to me? My hope, my intention is that by sharing my experiences, by sharing my discovery, that others can learn from it as well. The evolving topic of longevity is broad. There is much, I wouldn't say conflicting, but yes, sometimes conflicting information. But there's just a lot of information out there as it relates to longevity. And there's attempts on defining what it means. I think personally, the reason that's somewhat difficult to define longevity is it's personal, right? It means a little something different to each and every one of us. And I think that's the beauty of it. So for me personally, longevity I'm embracing on a daily basis. My intention with my discoveries as it relates to longevity is to bring my energy level up every day, every moment as much as possible, to be that person that I want to be in any given day. Meaning that I am following through on my values that I identify with, that I am able to be active and have the energy to enjoy those activities that I enjoy, to challenge myself, to continue to grow, to work on my relationships that are meaningful for me, to try to dial in and learn on my nutrition, and to grow within my spirituality. And again, the spirituality doesn't have to necessarily be a scary topic. It's think of it as discovery of what is greater than self. And you don't have to, get overly complex on it, but there is a very large universe out there. It's not too challenging to realize or envision something broader, something greater than ourselves. So all that being said, I came into 2025 with the intention of setting forth a challenge for myself as it relates to longevity. I happened upon or discovered a longevity challenge specific in title, Longevity Challenge, put forth by podcaster Simon Hill as part of his Living Proof community. Very, very good podcast. I highly recommend it. It gets pretty detailed. It definitely nerds out a little bit. So if you're not into that, you can skim through it. There's a lot of good information as it relates to your metabolic health, lipids, cholesterol, creatine, protein, very good information. But so part of that challenge was a measurement, a pre-test or pre-intervention, pre-challenge measurement, 10 markers of longevity, if you will. I did measure 9 of the 10. The one I did not measure was the bone density. I did not get a DEXA scan. I didn't spend the money or take the time to get a DEXA scan. Wouldn't be that difficult. I just chose not to. I inputted the 9 of the 10 measurements, and for whatever reason, the longevity calculator score was not working for me. I will be honest, I didn't quite find what I was looking for in that challenge, so I pivoted and I'm changing gears, and I've selected a trail run a 25K trail run in Crested Butte, Colorado on July 12th. It's called the Grin Bear It. And I selected this because I don't have a background, at least a deep, strong background in running. I've enjoyed decades of biking, mountain biking, road biking, lifting weights, some ice hockey, quite a bit of ice hockey. But I've never been a deep runner, never taken on anything longer than 5K. I think I've done 5K events. So I've never done a 25K event. The reason I'm sharing this with you, the audience, is not to say, hey, look at me, look what I'm doing. My intention is to share my experience so that you can learn and grow, do maybe something similar in regards that, 15 miles, roughly 15 miles, 25K on trail is a stretch for me. And I'm excited, I'm nervous. I'm building, the appropriate training plan together. I started, and I'm going to continue to share that experience in this video. But I started my training back in mid-February. I've since refined my plan to a 16-week plan that I'll share in a later video. But up to this point, 3 weeks in a row now, I've identified this as my training for the training. Just building my base, trying to refine my nutrition just a little bit. I'm not intending on talking in depth around nutrition in this video. Just give you an update on where I'm going with my challenge and the training as it relates to the challenge, that being the Grin Bear It, July 12th in Crested Butte, Colorado. All right, here I am at Crown Hill Park in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. This is where I started my training for the Grin Bear It on Sunday, February 16th. This was a 4-mile run. As you can see, Crown Hill, nice flat park, if you will. So not a lot of climbing per se, nice and flat. The surface directly around the lake is concrete sidewalk, but then just on the outer ring, just outside the sidewalk, it's a packed gravel trail. Little more, but I think it's about 1.25 miles around if you take one of the routes that's on the packed gravel. So I did 3 laps around the lake here at Crown Hill for a total of about 4.2 miles. So that was the start. It was really kind of the pre-training, if you will. I did find a program specific for a 30K event that is 16 weeks, and that will, given that I'm running my event July 12th, that'll start somewhere mid-March, so probably in about 2 weeks here. And then that week that started Sunday, February 16th, I also did a treadmill run on that Tuesday and that Thursday, just 3 miles, very controlled, zone 2, running, measuring my heart rate with my heart rate meter, my pulse heart rate monitor. But that is much easier to just track and really control on the treadmill. And again, so zone 2, if you want to find that would be take 220 minus your age. That'll give you a rough estimate of your max heart rate. And then for zone 2, you want to be somewhere in the 65-70 percentile of that. So that was the week of February 16th. Sunday, February 23rd, we had received about 1.5 feet of wet snow that week previous. So I was able to get outside on that Sunday. Did come here to Kendrick Lake here in Lakewood, Colorado. Has a nice paved path that goes around the circumference of the lake. The city of Lakewood graciously plows that. So get a little snow, they plow it, sun comes out, and the paved trail is generally pretty dry. So, and the other convenient aspect of Kendrick Lake, it's almost exactly a mile around, so easy to just calculate. I don't even have to really look at my watch, and do 4 laps to get 4 miles. So that was Sunday, February 23rd. That Tuesday, I also 3 miles on the treadmill at the Zone 2 training. That Thursday, also 3 miles on the treadmill in my home gym, my home garage gym at the Steady Zone 2 training. All right, here at Bear Lake Park in the city of Lakewood, Colorado. This past Sunday, March 3rd, represents the start of week 3 for my pre-training to the training, with the goal every week of roughly 10 miles per week. And I've been doing it in a rhythm, a routine where Sundays have just worked out, where I do my longer run. That's been in the neighborhood of 4 miles, so nothing too aggressive yet, just building that base. And I've been lucky, I've been fortunate to be outside outside on Sundays. The weather's just cooperated. That's the beauty of Colorado. We can get some. 2 weeks ago, we had 1.5 feet of wet snow. And yet here I was outside this past Sunday on the trail that was just a little tacky, but not be very mindful of trail use, of course. So 4.6 miles here at Bear Lake Park on Sunday. Tuesday was 3 miles on the treadmill, watching my heart rate, getting in that zone 2. And then tomorrow, this happens to be Wednesday, tomorrow, Thursday morning, I will also get on the treadmill and do 3 miles at a very controlled zone 2 pace. All right, we're going to bring this video to a conclusion. I'm here in my home gym. I just wanted to briefly share with you, so when I'm talking about running on the treadmill, my steady zone 2 runs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, that's been on my handy dandy treadmill there that I showed in folded up status for saving space. I do have I'll just give you a quick view of my home gym. It is comfortable, it is cozy, it has the essentials. It is in a garage in Colorado, so it is heated, but obviously not like true indoor spaces, but it serves the purpose. I get a lot of use out of this. Built it right at COVID. I was a gym rat, going. Can't say I was bro. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just I've never. I've really enjoyed weight training a lot, but I've typically gotten my workouts in like an hour.
and that's still to this day. I get up early. Having the home gym, it motivates me, gets me excited to get out of bed. I like to do my workouts first thing in the morning. The weather's starting to turn a little here in Colorado for the nicer. So my intention is to start to get out even more for my runs during the week, not just on Sundays. But nonetheless, this I want to share with you because you don't have to. I did this fairly on the cheap. My squat rack, I think I ordered it off of Amazon. It was not that expensive. Weights. The flooring is on the cheap. It is a couple layers of plywood underneath that from Home Depot, a finished plywood for the Olympic lift kind of area where the squat rack is. And then the rest of the flooring is horse stall mat from Murdoch's, I believe it was. And that's actually fairly cheap. It's a lot cheaper, like a fraction of the cost if you were to order specific like sports or gym flooring. So just improvise, right? Like be resourceful. I think that's really the definition of an entrepreneur even is one that can just be resourceful. Anyways, I have one quick correction too. I did indicate that this past Sunday I did my run at Bear Creek Lake Park on Sunday, March 3rd. It was actually Sunday, March 2nd. That is all for now. I'm going to leave you with live your longevity